What is up guys, welcome back to another video, and inside of this video I am going to be interviewing Jaw Crusher for a second time. You may know him from AB Brawl Stars or from my interview with him for the Poco rank 35. And yeah guys, so hi Jaw.
Hey, what's up? Thanks for having me.
So yeah, thanks for letting me interview you for a second time. And yeah, so um, just starting off with some generic questions here. So, how many hours did it take for you to push rank 35 Spike?
So it took like 18 hours over the course of 2 or 3 days, and Captain can probably put like a little timestamp there of the exact details.
Yeah. So that's actually like a bit long for me because I don't push that much. So second question, which pushing range was the easiest and which one was the hardest in your opinion?
I mean, it's kind of obvious, but like obviously the lower you are, the easier it's gonna be, just because of matchmaking who you face, and then
Oh
that's
yeah.
probably gonna be like 700, 1000. And then the hardest was probably like 1200 to 1250 because of matchmaking and also because of people who sniped me.
Okay, yeah. So third question, did you pre-push in your push? So if you did pre-push, to how many trophies did you pre-push?
I actually did not pre-push. I just pushed from 700 at the start of the season.
Okay,
Took like,
that's
2, 3
that's
days.
a lot. So that's pretty much like the first list of questions, like type A. Now we're going to be moving on to type B. So spike specific questions. So there are some answers which are going to be like really obvious, but let's move on. So question 4, is Spike fun to play in your opinion?
Yeah, I think Spike is probably like my top 3 brawlers. I really enjoy just like the different mechanics. And he's kind of like a glass cannon. You can like burst people, and I don't think I got bored of him at all during the push, and I don't think I will.
Oh yeah. So I don't really play him that much, but I'll probably be playing him like more. So
Bro.
fifth question. Um, so in a lot of your videos or like just me playing with you, you always say that fertilize is better than curveball, but why?
I just I really don't like curveball because, well, first off, it's just toxic. Like, you don't even have to aim. You just chuck it. It's gonna hit. And then, well, when I was pushing, I found that I just couldn't function without curveball because I needed the heal, because I just like to body people. And the heal lets you do it a lot easier, and then you can just go up to tanks. So that's probably what you want to be doing. And also, I do like the maps to have like straight shots. Then curveball is usually better
Oh yeah.
on left lane, but with fertilizer, you can go either.
Okay, so that's some good explanation in my opinion. Um, so six, is Spike good in the meta right now?
Yeah, I would say he's good in the meta. Like, at least when we're recording, he's probably like a top 3 brawler. So we're getting like,
Okay, top three.
he's probably.
That's pretty strong. Very strong. Okay. So seven, name like a few brawlers that Spike is good and bad against. So which brawlers do you prefer like choosing over others, and which brawlers do you avoid targeting?
I mean, he's good against like every brawler. He's pretty much like good overall, but he's really dominant against tanks. So I'm obviously gonna pick a tank lane. But I can pretty much face any enemy except for like probably like Piper, Brock, Rico. Probably those are the 3 that annoy me the most.
Okay. So did Amber pre-nerf, not post-nerf? Did Amber pre-nerf give you problems in lanes?
I think sometimes it depends on like the player, but I can handle like bad ambers. I can't handle overpowered ambers,
Oh.
so it kind of depends on the player. But usually, yeah, I'm fine.
Okay, so which roles does Spike fit in a match? So does he fit into a gem carrier, mid lane, or aggro or support?
well, surprisingly, he can kind of play all three, but
Wow.
most of the time you're gonna be playing support. But then you can work as aggro. Like if you really need him to aggro, he can aggro. And then with curveball, you can probably play mid, like on a few maps.
Okay, so he's pretty versatile. So 9, what are Spike's best modes?
He doesn't really have. Oh, I guess he's good in like every mode. He's really good in every mode except bounty. But probably gem, heist, brawl. Those are probably the top two.
Okay, so in Heist it's because of the gadget, right? And like he can hit
Yeah,
the
and-
and also like the other ones he can control like really well.
Yeah, he's just broken.
Okay, so um 10, what are the top 3 tips you would give to a person who just unlocked Spike or someone who just refers to himself as a new player?
Okay, so this is gonna be a long answer, but the first tip is that I would just say like learn how to aim your shards well, and then after that expand like the knowledge of aiming your shots to hit over walls, because you want to be able to hit over walls to hit enemies. And then after you know how to hit over walls, then you're gonna want to aim the left and the right ones, and then you can start aiming every single shard so that you can hit enemies in all directions. And the second tip is that you want to be able to win 1v1 matchups. And I find that when you can't actually land a shot, you should try shooting like 2 shots at once, and then usually all the shards, at least one of them click them. And then the final one is that you have to know how to counter curveball because it's really strong, and you should definitely like watch videos on it just to see how to counter it and stuff like that.
Okay, those are some pretty good tips. I could learn from them as well. So who was the easiest to push between Spike and Poco to rank 35?
Okay, well, if I'm being honest, Poco is a lot easier just because I had like Pika. Pika was just insane. He can get any rank 35 if you play with him. He's so strong. So definitely Poco.
Okay. So 12, what is the best Spike skin?
Sekiro is 100%. You have to go with Sekiro.
Okay, nice. I also like that skin. So we're going to be moving on to miscellaneous questions. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but we're going to have like 11 questions here. So what is the hardest part about pushing, in your opinion?
Honestly, it's probably just waiting, just having patience. Like, the enemies aren't that hard. It's just probably just like 800 matchmaking, but sitting there and staring at a star is just so boring. And also, I guess you could say sniping, because you get counter bombs a lot.
Oh,
You get some-
okay, so 14 is actually a question related to sniping. So some people wanted to snipe you in your push. How many got to snipe you? So how many teams got to snipe you, and how many people actually succeeded?
Okay, I'm not gonna name names here.
Okay,
but,
for privacy.
Probably 8 to 10 teams. Yeah, probably 8 to 10 teams were trying to snipe us. And I'd say like 7 actually succeeded. And we had a couple throws and a couple losses, but overall it was pretty fun.
Wait, so not gonna name any names here, but like, what
Okay.
team comps were they using to counter sniping?
Well, we had Spike, Amber, Jean really broken. So they countered with Rico and obviously Amber. You can counter with Amber, and then they countered
Yeah.
Jean with like Brock, Piper, Nani, one of those. So Rico counters Spike.
Okay, so 15. This is pre-nerf. But how do you feel with Amber being the best brawler in the current meta? So this is like a question that was asked pre-nerf.
Yeah, sure. So I think I didn't really like her when she was the best in the meta, but I mean we did just get the nerf, so I don't really care anymore. But when she was broken, that was pretty frustrating. But I got around it, you know. Thanks.
Okay, yeah. So 16, getting into like a bit of off topic here, but what is the best update in Brawl Stars?
Okay, well, my best memory of updates, so this is probably like my all-time, is gonna be the global launch one because I was so like scared and hyped and stressed all at once just because like I thought the game was gonna die, but then it came
Oh.
it went global, so I was super hyped. And then, yeah, just my favorite.
Okay, that's pretty cool. So 17, do you prefer pushing in high trophies or in general or hosting friendly games?
Well, I think friendly games implies scrims too, so probably gonna have to be friendlies just because I don't really like when you can just play the most broken brawlers on ladder and you can win. It's not really fair. Like scrims are definitely a lot more fair, and friendlies are just
Okay. So 18, where do you get most people to join your room? So how do you get them in general? Is it on Friendlist, Discord, or Club Chat, or another platform?
well, most of my friends are on my friend list, obviously, because like I don't really have any other way to contact them. But a lot of my friend list does also have Discord, so it's really either way. I can do either.
Okay. So 19, transitioning over to your YouTube channel, what are the top 3 favorite videos you've made?
It's a really hard one. I want to say it's easy, but it's really hard. But I would say the third one would actually be like a really new one. That's probably gonna be the tower defense minigame. It's like the most recent video right now.
Oh yeah.
I just like it because it's an original minigame. You know, like I made it, so I have to like it kind of. And the second one would probably be trick shotting with every brawl because I loved filming that and I loved editing it. It was so satisfying. And then the favorite one is probably a series. I can't really decide, but it's gonna be the Assassin's Creed one. Again, just like interacting with people and
Yeah, Assassin's Creed was really fun. So 20, do you enjoy playing in VC or voice chat?
I guess, yeah, I can enjoy it, but like usually if I'm like trying really hard, I probably don't do it because I can't really sweat.
Okay, so 21, in terms of map making, what types of maps do you like to make? So, troll maps or just serious competitive maps? Or which maps?
Well, I tried making competitive maps, and I'm not gonna lie, they took a lot of effort, so now I'm kind of just going for fun maps and mini games, but occasionally, yeah, I'll go back to competitive maps.
Okay, so number 22, which of your own creations is your favorite? So there will be an image like showing up here.
Yeah, so I guess I can just say the 3 names.
Okay, so
The first one's my actually first map. It's called Kinetic Gardens. It's a Brawl map, and then it's just like competitive, I guess. And then I made a fun map called Chaotic Prairie. No, the name's not converted. And then, like I said, we had the tower defense thing. It's called Endless Voyage. It's a tower defense minigame. So those 3 probably the top 3.
okay, those maps are pretty cool. So 23, I just had to include this one, but who is the best map maker in the club?
You know, can't really be biased. You guys are all epic. You know, you guys all make good maps. Can't really say who's the best. I think you're all epic except for Ducky. He makes pretty insane maps. I don't know about the randomness, but yeah, Captain probably the best map maker. To be honest.
Okay, so we're going to be moving on to the community questions here. So I just picked 10 questions because like we didn't have a lot, and a lot of questions are just like random ones. But so starting off with Bacon, how did you get the name J-Jaw Crusher?
You know, Bacon, that's a secret only few know the answer to, so you know, I'm gonna have to keep that. We can't really tell you that.
Okay, yeah.
Secret.
So Panga's question, ranked 35 max 1.
Probably when I recover from my rank 32 push.
Oh,
Not yet.
next question by NM. How did you personally find people to push with outside the club? This can be spike push or just in general.
Well, my two teammates actually offered. They kind of asked me to push, so I didn't really have to look too hard. But after playing for 3 years, you find people like in all places. So pretty interesting.
Okay,
It's like,
nice. Shadow's question: how do you have time to push with schoolwork and other stuff?
weekends is like the best time. It's prime time. Just sweat on weekends.
So you push like only on weekends, or do you like push more on weekends and push also like push day on weekdays?
I mean, I can push like either day, but usually weekends are like the best time for me. Just, a lot more
Okay,
free.
good to know. Next question by Fuzzy: what and how did you start into going to Brawl Stars?
Very fuzzy. I don't know about that. I don't know about that one part, but how did you start playing Brawl Stars? Well, I saw the YouTuber stream from Supercell, and then I watched like pretty much the whole thing, and then I decided to download it. So that was pretty interesting.
So day one.
Huh? Sorry.
Wait. So are you a day one player?
Yeah, I am. Or day one, day two, somewhere around there.
Okay. So next question by Coleman: when will you start to speak Polish fluently?
I would like to say I would, but truthfully, I'll probably never.
Oh no. Next one by Wazi: ranks 35 Mortis with Juan El Pro 1.
I don't know about that, Bozzy. I don't know what that is, but soon, I guess. Soon, I guess.
Okay, next question by Bacon again: what job will you do if you quit Brawl Stars and YouTube? So if those didn't exist.
School, pretty much school. I don't know how Baker thinks I am, but yeah, just school.
Okay, there are like two more questions and then we're going to come to an end. So next one by Dig: why do you say honestly so much?
Honestly, Dig, I have no idea. It's just the way it is.
Okay, so I know that Coach Corey also says like honestly a lot. No, honestly though. But anyways, last one by Andy: why is your favorite word wild and your favorite emoji the clown?
Is it actually though? I don't know about that, Andy. I don't know if it is, but probably just enjoy the words. Like to mock people, I guess. You could say that, but there we go.
Okay, so thank you, Joe, for coming here. So before we end, any shoutouts you want to give?
Yeah, Captain, I'll send you like a screenshot of like a Twitter thing, but I want to give a shout out to Zykia, Neon Flight, Shadow27, Heartless, Gigantics, Panga, Chickadee, Zane, and Alex RDZ. They help push, I guess.
Okay, so that's a lot of names. And last one, so for people who want to follow you, where can they do that?
Well, I think you guys should already know, but I have a YouTube channel, AV Brawl Stars, and my Twitter is at JawCrusher6. So you can follow both of those.
Okay, so thank you, Joe, for coming here. And yeah, guys, we'll see you next time. And yeah, peace out.
See ya.